Hey world's greatest. Today, we're going to time travel and dive into the epic story of an athlete who was basically a superhero in ancient Greece. I'm talking about the legendary Milon of Krotona. Alright, let's kick things off by introducing the man, the myth, the ancient Greek legend, Milon of Krotona. Born around 540 BC, in the vibrant city of Krotona, this guy wasn't just your average athlete. He was like the Hercules of his time. Picture this: massive muscles, a beard that screamed, business, and a wrestling prowess that put our modern champs to shame. Now, Milon wasn't just born with biceps the size of tree trunks. He earned those bad boys through some seriously intense training. I'm talking about a workout routine that would make Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson shed a tear, but we'll get to that in a bit. So, why do we care about Milon? Well, my friends, Milon wasn't just another jock. He was a 6-time consecutive Olympic champion in wrestling. Wrap your heads around that for a moment. 6 times? That's more gold than a hip-hop artist's jewelry collection. As we dive into Milon's life, prepare yourselves for a journey back in time where wrestling wasn't just a sport. It was a spectacle. Milon didn't just dominate in the ring. He owned it. So grab your imaginary popcorn and let's unravel the epic tale of Milon, the muscle-bound maestro from the ancient world. Now let's talk about the training routine that turned Milon from a regular guy into a Greek god of strength. Imagine hitting the gym, and instead of your usual weights, you're lifting a calf. Yeah, that's right, a baby cow. Milon started his epic journey by hoisting a calf onto his shoulders every single day. And here's the crazy part. As that little furball grew into a full-blown bull, Milon's strength grew right along with it. Seriously, who needs dumbbells when you've got a living, breathing workout buddy on your back? Milon's training was like a mix of CrossFit, powerlifting, and a dash of "you're sure that's even possible?" But the guy didn't stop there. He'd run for miles, he'd sprint, and he'd probably do somersaults with that bull on his back just for kicks. Milon's training was so intense that even his personal trainer would probably ask for a water break. It's no wonder he became the muscle icon of ancient Greece. This guy wasn't just sculpting his body, he was forging a legend. And we're just getting started on the epic journey of Milon, so stay tuned for more muscle madness. Now let's fast forward to the main event. Picture this: the year is 516 before Christ, and the Olympic Games are buzzing with excitement. Milon, with his bulging muscles and unbeatable spirit, steps onto the ancient wrestling mat. The crowd must have been losing their minds witnessing this Herculean figure conquering opponents left and right. His opponents probably had a strategy meeting just to figure out how to avoid facing Milon, but there was no avoiding it. Milon was the undisputed king of the wrestling mat, and those Olympic gold medals were practically his birthright. But what made Milon so special wasn't just the gold medals. It was the way he dominated the competition. It was the way he made wrestling look like an art form. He wasn't just an athlete. He was a force of nature, a living legend in the making. Now let's dive into one of the most mind-boggling chapters of Milon's story, the infamous oak legend. Get ready for a tale that sounds like it's straight out of a superhero comic. In his quest to prove just how mighty he was, Milon decided to challenge not an opponent, not a wild beast, but a full-fledged oak tree. He reportedly attempted to tear the oak apart with his bare hands. But things didn't exactly go as planned. Milon got himself stuck in the process, and the once a calf, now a bull, that used to be his trusty workout partner, couldn't bail him out. The latter part of Milon's life is shrouded in mystery. Some accounts suggest that he met his end on the battlefield, fighting against the mighty Persian invaders. Imagine the wrestling legend trading in his wrestling tights for armor, facing down a different kind of opponent on the battlefield. On the flip side, there's another legend that paints a rather unusual picture. It's said that he met his demise while attempting another incredible feat, challenging a tree once again. Now, whether he was trying to recreate the infamous oak legend or just had a personal vendetta against trees, we may never know. The uncertainty surrounding Milon's death adds an element of intrigue to his story. The lack of concrete evidence keeps us guessing, turning his final chapter into a captivating historical puzzle. Regardless of the circumstances, one thing is certain: His legacy echoes through the ages, reminding us that even the mightiest are not exempt from the twists and turns of fate. So, as we ponder the mysteries of Milon's final moments, let's pay homage to the wrestling titan who, whether in victory or defeat, etched his name into the annals of history. And there you have it, folks, the incredible saga of Milon of Krotona, the true colossus of ancient Greece. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to drop a like to support the channel, subscribe for more time travel adventures, and comment on which ancient athlete you want to see here. Stay epic, and I'll catch you in the next video.